So here we are at Spectrum Art Gallery, where a suspected history is on display until January 27th. This work explores this idea of where queerness comes from based off of findings of my own artifacts and work and also my grandfather's artifacts and works. What I was looking into when I was pulling information out of my grandfather's archive. The first thing is the agency. It says queer perspective. Now, agency in a sociological aspect, it means the guise of which something is analyzed. So versus the agency of an evidence tag, which would usually refer to like the police department or whatever. On mine, I say queer perspective because everything that I pulled for my own thesis work, a suspected history, was analyzed with a queer perspective. Along the wall where my written statement is, there are 4 small aluminum prints that I took the artifacts that I found and photographed them in the pool house, which in my statement, my grandfather always referred to the pool house as the bathhouse, which was another really interesting sort of correlation between the two. So I took the artifacts, photographed them inside the pool house, sort of in this idea of presenting evidence to a jury, right? So this is like my findings of all the evidence and where everything kind of took place, and it kind of tells a tale of mystery, because this is the source of all my inspiration, and there's always been this like weird underlying enigma about the place that I wasn't familiar with. But inside the pool house for 40 years was this mosaic piece, which I remember seeing at a very young age and asking my grandfather questions immediately about it when I began to recognize what was going on. So the tale about this mosaic piece is, it is my grandfather and his swimming partner. The story that I heard from my own dad was that when my grandfather had his swimming partner over, my grandma wouldn't let my dad and his brother and sister anywhere near the pool house. So there was this, again, this idea of what was going on behind closed doors, this really enigmatic place. It was just, and I remember being a kid and looking at this piece and just having all the questions. And it's probably my favorite art piece that I've ever seen. I call it Pisces, mostly because it's done in the zodiac symbol of Pisces in a way. It's this like idea of this infinite swimming, this idea of like a generational divide, right? Connected in this weird way.